So it's Monday after work. I'm waiting because so what happened this morning was that we thought Thomas was off. So he took me to work, and the intent is always he's gonna come get me after work. And he texts me after he leaves and says, I read my schedule wrong. And I was like, oh no, we both did. Because it's May the 4th, and I was like, oh, you got May the 4th off. You wanted that off. That's great. So, sadly, no, he did not get May the 4th off. So he said that his boss had called him, like, where were you? Where are you? What are you doing? And, I like that they called him, because that is very unlike him. So we went in. I don't know how long he's going to stay there. So I'm just waiting. It's like 5:18 right now. I assume he probably would stay at least till 5:30 or later. So, oh well. It wasn't too bad of a day. A lot of like little random stuff got done. And I started a report that I'm like severely behind on. But my boss was like, they're planning on revamping how the reports are, so I don't think they're that interested in how these reports are. Plus, I was out for a month and a half, and I'm going to put that in the report. I was out for a month and a half, and while I was out, this person left, and this person went on leave. And, yeah, and there was no activity while I was gone for the ADRC, because the contact was Bart, and they were all told I was on leave and that there'd be no activity, so that's how that went. Other than that, I have the numbers that we have for those months. I don't know if there was any wellness. I mean, I could probably go back and look, and I'm gonna have to. But I don't know if there was any wellness visits. There was no PCC because we were on a no spend, which was, in a way, kind of good, kind of way not good. It was kind of good because, I didn't have to worry about spending money or be upset by the fact I was gone and not spending that money. On the other hand, I could have had things running while I was gone, like we have a commercial for PCC. That could have been happening, but it didn't, and only now is it going to. So there's that. I think it'll probably be my shortest report. Also, the next report is probably due this week or next week. I forget which exactly. But I've been around for those months, so there'll be more to talk about. Plus, we had some events. Plus, we've got our funding back, so there's more to talk about. And I sent out an invitation for Thursday because there's an ADRC partner meeting, and then I had to figure out, oh shoot, what am I going to do for that? And I've had to call a couple places because I want to get an event out in June, and I'm like, where are we going to have it? And I emailed back Kings Mills on like last Wednesday. And my brain is like, it's too long. They haven't responded yet. Why don't you email them again? So I emailed them again. They're closed on Monday. So, not realizing that, I waited till like 4 o'clock, and then I'm like, well, I haven't heard from them still, and it feels weird that I haven't heard from them. So I emailed another place just to inquire how much it would cost and if they could do it. And, they sent out an automatic email saying, like, we are reviewing your inquiry. Blah, 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 blah. So that's where I am with that. So maybe I'll get a reply from Kings Mills tomorrow. And if I do, bully, hooray, I got it. Who knows? I mean, it's a Thursday. Not a lot of weddings happen on Thursday. It is June, but not a lot of weddings happen on Thursday, and that's like the day before Juneteenth. So hopefully nothing in particular is happening that day that they would have all the rooms booked. I just like working with them because they make the billing really easy. And I don't know what this other place is going to be like. So I kind of have to like Oh, it wasn't a bad Monday. I have to get picked up and take Jen to her religion class. So that's fun. It's like one of 2 classes she has left, because we got an email saying on May 11th is her last class, and we're all invited to partake in their end of terms project or something. And I'm just like, that's so early. That feels so early. Like, they go by a school calendar, like the district they're in, and I'm like, wouldn't you at least go until the end of May at the very least? This is the beginning of May. That's like the barely middle of May. It just feels early. So she can't miss any more. She only has 2 left. I didn't get a reply back from the email that I sent saying that she had to not attend last week because she had been sick. So I guess I'll hear something about that eventually. She says that she has to repeat the level she's at. She's going to... He gets off at 6. And the only reason I know that is because he texted me. It was like, no one's dropped you off yet. I thought you got done at 5. I thought you'd be done, like, because usually if he starts at 9, he works till 5. But no, apparently it was 9 to 6. She has to be at her thing by, like, well, she likes to get there by, like, 6:15 or something. I think it starts at 6:30. Why do I keep saying 9? 6:30. I think it starts at 6:30. So hopefully she'll be on time. I think they say she can be like 15 minutes late. This is like the first time ever she'll be late. I don't know. It's Monday. And yeah. Oh well. Tomorrow is another day. And it'll be fine. She'll get there. The baby will probably be with me. So he'll be feeding or something. I'd really prefer if he wasn't, though. It's because I have to carry him inside there, and then they'll be like, oh, when he getting baptized? Like, leave me alone. I'm dealing with other things right now. Oh, well. I'm gonna wait for my lift now. Hey, I'm at home. It is after work, but here's what happened. I know, like, it's a week. It's only Tuesday. Tom was off for real this time. And so he wanted the car because he had things to do. And I'm like, yeah, totally. I have the car on my days off. Go for it. Whatever. But I also forgot my phone. That was a problem. Because I didn't tell anybody that something had to go in the crock pot. And generally, I would have, like, texted Amy and said, hey, put this in the crock pot with these spices and just let it go. So that didn't happen. Tried to call them on my work phone. Apparently I didn't have either of their numbers. Stupid past Valerie. So it's a fun for yourself night tonight because of that. It's fine. I mean, we have leftovers. We should eat them. My husband has this thing where he doesn't want to eat for dinner what he had for lunch. I had for lunch what we had last night. I'll eat it again. It was good. Like this Greek wrap with like a homemade tzatziki sauce and feta. I had to shred up cucumber for the tzatziki sauce, but I shredded way more cucumber than I needed to. So I was just like, you know what? This is the cucumber that's going into the wrap. So that was interesting. I liked that way better than chunking up the cucumber. So I think I will do that from now on. And then red onion and tomato, and it was with chicken, delicious. Would eat again. Work wasn't that bad. Deteron have stuff to do. Did PCC that turned into an assessment because she wanted more stuff, and I was happy to help. But man, I was there until like the end of the day. And sadly, I had to go back to the office because I had to give them back their car. my husband was waiting there for me, so I got to leave right away. That was great. So that was Tuesday. Hopefully Wednesday's better. Like, we've had shenanigans Monday, we had shenanigans Tuesday. Enough shenanigans, right? All right. What is that? Did I attend my supervision with something on my face? Probably. Oh boy, okay. It's over. It's over, and the one thing that I was hoping that would happen today, or at least all week actually, did happen. Thank God. So I guess 2 screwy days. Commercial free. 1045. Shh. 2 screwed up days for one day that went absolutely perfectly. Thank you. Now I know that problem was mostly my fault for not properly planning the meeting, but at least I found a speaker. And I think it's a good one, because while they have been around for, I think they started in the 1970s, so very long time, 50 some years. Despite them being around for a while, you know, it's good to get out there and remind people who you are and what you do. So I don't think there's an issue with it. If not that many people show up, oh well. ADRC partner meetings aren't that amazing sometimes. And it's the last one until the new fiscal year. It won't be the last oversight committee meeting. We have to have one in June just to like finalize the budget. That'll be a conversation, I'm sure. Especially since I have a meeting with the director of, like, I'm my actual director at my actual job, like my main job. We're going to talk about the ADRC budget. So I assume they have some suggestions, which is fine. Sure what time Amy put that. Like, I had Amy put the beef in a crock pot. I mean, it doesn't quite matter. I have to like immediately leave and take her and friend to dance. I'm hungry though. I need water or a snack or both, and I need to hand over my breast milk from today. And I guess Giovanni will come with me so that he can just get it straight from the tap. Why not? She says she doesn't want to do dance next year. I'm okay with it. One less thing for me to do during the week. At least with this. Her whole reasoning is she doesn't want to come home and then leave to another place. Whatever activity she has, she just wants to do it at the school. And I was like, okay. So my dance mom era comes to an end, which is fine. And now I'm glad that we never got an email about competition this year, because don't need to involve her in that. She tried to say she wanted to do the camp this year, and I said no. You're done, you're done. We're not doing camp. Let's focus on, like, we can do, like, I remember when I was pregnant with her, I saw an article about people freaking out about how quickly summer camps fill up, and I was like, what's the big deal? And I get it. It's like these people want their kids to do something. They want their kids to be involved in something. They want the what's it called? They want the child care. That's very important. We're very our child care situation, we're very fortunate for it. But even then, I was like, why would a kid go to summer? I never went to summer camp. Can you tell? I never went to summer camp, so I don't really see the need. I like just having the option that I could just take a day off and I could just take the kids to the beach if I wanted. When there's obligations, then that cuts down the amount of spontaneous trips I can take, and I don't like that. Like, she's already planning when she wants to do the first beach trip. She's thinking sometime in May, like this month, and I'm just like, we'll see. It's just that, like, I just don't, like, if you're done, you're done. There's no need for you to continue on. And going in the summer program, to me, feels like you're planning on doing it next year, and no, we're done. I've already, like, my mind is set on that. We're done. I don't even think I would agree for her changing her mind. I'd be like, nah, go do theater, do chorus, you know, go do that stuff. You want to do Girls on the Run? Well, I'll let you do because I think it goes in the middle school. Go do Girls on the Run or whatever. Or join track. Just join straight up track if you want to run so much. But, like, nah, I'm done with the dance. She's done it since she was 3. Is it a little bit sad? A little bit. I'm not heartbroken. I ended. God, when did I end it? I didn't get to point either. The way I stopped dance classes is that my father lost his job and we couldn't pay for them anymore. So I think I was probably around her age. I was like 10 or 11 when that happened. I was heartbroken, literally heartbroken. I don't think she's heartbroken because this is her choice. She's making this choice. To me, it feels like end of an era, but it's her choice, and I'm fine with that. I'm not feeling the pressure of the gas this week is because I got paid with my over on-call time. That doesn't always come. Well, shoot. Oh man, I was all day. I've been like, I'm gonna make the tortillas. I'm gonna just make them. I don't need to buy them. I'm gonna make them. And then I just remembered I won't get home until almost 7, and then I have to go pick him up. So when am I going to make the tortilla? Like, it's not a long process, but it is a process. And this meat's already been cooking for 5 hours, I think. And it's probably not going to get done till 8, so it would just be better for me to buy it. What a Wednesday. I mean, not as crazy as the last 2 days. That's good. And what I needed to work out, worked out. So, hooray. Good. Fine. Now I just actually have to live that day. We'll have that meeting, have another meeting. I have 2 meetings tomorrow. Ugh. And I'm coordinating both of them. All right. You're not getting me exactly after work. I mean, it is after work, just not immediately after work. Are you booked? Yeah, you are. Okay. Sebby, put the strap over your chest, like the way it's supposed to be, please. Don't say the normal way. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, go. Okay. There's a standoff with 2 other cars. I'm not topless. It's a strapless dress. Promise. I have my therapy like directly after work every other Thursday. So can't really record. It was an alright session. Talked a lot about work. Talked about now, I didn't get scammed this time. They tried. I'm just like astonished at what I've learned today and what I've experienced this week. Like, maybe it was last week. I might have mentioned this. Did I mention this? If I had mentioned this in another clip, I'll cut this out. But what happened was, I went to a prison to do an assessment. I give the guy my number to give, like my desk number, to give to his son, because he says his son's going to come visit him, and I'm like, okay, we can coordinate services with his son, help him with getting services, because yeah, they're criminals, but I'm a bleeding heart, so I want to help people. A couple days later, I start getting calls on my desk phone that I missed, because for whatever reason, and I see the voicemail, because we have Ring Central, and it transcribes the voicemail, and it says, I'm this person, I'm with the IEB, we got an application for this guy, and I'm just trying to call, you were listed as his contact, I want to call and set up his next assessment. And I call it back because, no, I'm not his contact. He has a son, contact the son. And I call it. And it says, you've won $100. And I was like, what? And then it transferred me over to like a call center. And I was like, I'm trying to reach out to the IAB. And they're like, yes, I will get you to the company you are seeking. But first, congratulations on your $100. Can I please have your name? And I was like, no. And I hung up. That man took the number I gave him out of like good faith and generosity and willingness to help this dude, and gave it to somebody that then scammed me. And then today we had victims assistants just come to talk, and they mentioned that the thing they help most seniors with are like romance scams and contractor scams and, you know, other money scams. And county assistants said that they'll get calls from people saying, I filled out an application for services. I filled out a county assistance application. What's the status on it? And they'll look it up and they say, I don't have anything. They'll call the IEB. The IEB doesn't have anything. They'll call us. We don't have anything. These people are being tricked to fill out false applications for welfare services. Do you know what kind of information is in a welfare application? It asks you for bank accounts, like bank numbers. What banks do you belong to? Not one, all of them. what all banks do you belong to, how much money do you have in them. Those applications are invasive for a reason, you know, because they're not just despite what Republicans say, they're not just giving people stuff. You have to basically sign over your whole financial existence to county assistance. They want to know life insurance. What's the face value of that life insurance? What's the cash value of that life insurance? Do you have RVs, homes, this, that, then, those, this? Who lives with you? How much money do they make? They ask all of that in those applications. And then to have it be fake? Oh my God. That's terrifying. And then there's this ad that's I've seen a couple times on YouTube for like John and Mary's jewelry. We're going out of business. We're giving this away. Free jewelry. I Googled it because why not? I Googled it. It said John and Mary's going out of business, jewelry. And it said, that's a scam. It's a scam. Okay. Nothing's real. Nothing you find online is real. Nothing you find in real life is real. I'm just, you know, we also then had a discussion on, you know, educating people, because that's all you can do. You have to educate them to get them to not fall for the scams. That's the only way to stop the scams, because scams were a part of it, were part of this world before internet. Now with internet, they're just more flashy and efficient, and it's disheartening. All right, Friday. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, Friday. Let's get out of here. Let's pretend for 2 days that this place doesn't exist. Car says it's 69. It was probably because it sat in the sun, so it's probably like around 65. Feels nice. I guess I'll go this way since I have to turn. All right. Today was fine. In a way, it felt like I did a lot and yet not enough. Like my whole day consisted of coming in, helping an assessor with a case that I have some knowledge of. Like, I did the first assessment for them, and then we got new information, so we had to do a whole new assessment. So I was helping her through that. And then, like, what was it? And then it became like, you know, answering emails and answering calls and calling people back. And after lunch, I was like, all right, I'm ready. I need to just focus in on completing this report, which is still not done, because I did decide, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did decide I'm just gonna do both of them at once and submit them together. All I have left right now is the narrative for March, April. And I was basically working on it from like 12:30 till about 3. And the only reason it stopped at 3 was because I had an appointment to go see this place for a possible event. Like, we were going to rent it maybe. And I'm so spoiled with how it used to be with Kings Mills. I totally forgot there's such a thing as having a deposit. Kings Mills never asked me for a deposit. I don't even remember how that started. I know they didn't do that for everybody at COSA, because the previous fiscal guy had asked me, why don't you have to give a deposit to Kings Mills? And I'm like, I don't know. They like me. I don't know. but they've ghosted me. So I've sent 2 emails and they haven't called back. So I need to look at other places, and I found Ridley House, and I knew Ridley House. I haven't been there since they became Ridley House. They used to be a Barnaby's. They did have the halls in the back. I'd never been there before, though. I've been to Barnaby's, but I've never been to the rental spaces. And I'm not going to say it's trashy, because it's not. It's just different. It's different than Kings Mills. But they're a little bit more expensive. So, like, a room that I think would be super good, and also that room is not nearly as big as the room I previously rented, I'm pretty sure, but they call that the Grand Ballroom. But it has a projection screen, and that's what I really wanted. But you have to spend at least $2,200 possibly dollars to have that room. And I don't know. I'm with we have a new fiscal person. Like, everybody in fiscal is new. I think the one guy has been there maybe a year, but everybody else is a newbie, and I don't know how to set this up where I can get a deposit for this place, because I think I needed the deposit just to get the contract, because while Kings Mills has worked with the county before and they understand how it works, I don't think this place has. So when I got back, I felt a little bit defeated, so I emailed another, like, First African. I emailed them just to see if they had availability. I know June is like a big start of a wedding month, but it's like a Thursday. I know Thursday weddings are not unheard of. It's cheap. Super cheap. But do you? I also inquired after the Drexelbrook. That I know is probably expensive. I just want to see. I just want to see. I'm stuck in a weird place of, I have free spaces available to me that I know I can access, but I have money I have to spend. I went so many months going, well, I have to do free things. But now I'm at, no, I have to spend money. So, we'll see. We'll see. And then after I did that, I worked on the report for a little bit, but apparently it was really bad for me to break my stride from 12:30ish, 1ish, till 3. Because I just wasn't feeling it. I was definitely feeling that it's the end of the day, I'm done, kind of thing. Remember when I said, like, the January-February report was only like 2 pages? I got to a point in the, oh cool, I got to a point in the, ignore, I got to a point in writing it that I just started listing things, like just cut and paste from my calendar. I did this, I did this, I did this. Obviously I'm going to expand on it. That is just for Monday. That's for Monday me. I'm setting her up good. Monday me now knows those events I have to talk about, and I can elaborate more on Monday when my brain is fully working. So, it's not done yet. But all the math is done. Like, between yesterday and this morning, all the math got done. All the charts, all the averages, they're done. It's the narrative. This last narrative I have to complete. And then that's done. And I can submit it. I don't even know when it's due. Because my brain is kind of thinking it was probably due today. Because it used to be like the second Friday, and technically May 1st was last Friday. So this would be the second Friday. Which, I hate that. I hate that it's like the second of. It should be like just a date. Like, make it Make it always the 15th or something. My brain can help with that. Oh, here's my husband. Out, because he also got done at 5. So this is Friday. It's open. The last day of these chat with me at the end of my workday.